The Indian Premier League started on the 26th of March and there was a mystery app being promoted. Yes, it was Tata's Neu app. So people did not know what the new app was and there was a huge hype created around it. And finally, on April 7th, it was released to the public as Tata's own super app. So in this video, we'll discuss what a super app is, what Tata's Neu is doing different from the competitors, what is a global scenario, and if Tata can win in this domain. So this is Market Feed. Let's get started. What is Tata's new app that's being launched? Tata's super app that is being called the Tata Neu app. So Tata has a wide variety of services. You and I know that Tata, there is not even one sector in this country which Tata does not have an influence over. So what if they bring all these services into one single roof? That is a Tata's super app. Under the leadership of former TCS chairman N. Chandrasekhar, Tata is launching their super app with all products under their roof. For groceries, you have Big Basket. For pharmacy, for medicines, you have 1mg. For flight bookings, you have AirAsia. For hotel bookings, you have Indian Hotels, and a lot of other Tata products are available just under this Tata Super App. And they are offering great reward points. For every purchase that you make, you'll be rewarded with new coins and you'll be receiving a new pass as well, which you can use to redeem your vouchers or your coins in other Tata services. So this in turn builds brand loyalty and makes you stick with the Tata app for all of your needs. So before discussing more about the Tata Neu app, let's discuss about the super app concept. Has it been ever done before across the world, maybe in India itself? So let's look into that first. So that super app is not a new concept. It was not introduced by Tata. It was the first successful super app in the world. It's widely known to be China's WeChat. WeChat started as a messaging service. Probably you all would have heard it in the last 10 years. So WeChat started as a messaging service, then they integrated payment solutions, then they integrated social media, and now they are the one-stop solution for all your needs in the country of China. So the next example that we have to share with you, the successful example, is Indonesia's Gojek. So Gojek is becoming a big company in South Asia, where it started as a ride-hailing and ride-sharing company. Then it got to payment solutions, and now it's building an ecosystem around it. It's calling itself as South Asia's super app with even entertainment solutions all across it. So these are the two examples, two successful examples from across the world, which proves that the super app concept can be a successful one. So why is Tata getting into the super app business now? Now we all know that Tata does everything, right? We just discussed it earlier. They do not have to start any new business. They just have to bring it all together, right? And they have the tech team. They have the enough resources, knowledge and whatnot. So they have all these services across the country. And what if they can bring all of this under one app, right? So by doing this, they're making sure that they're creating a set of customers who are loyal to their Tata brand. And in India, we all love Tata, right? So they're making use of this love that we have for Tata and they're building all their services in a single app so that we can use it effortlessly and seamlessly. So first, let's discuss why Tata is doing this currently. Why are they building the super app now? Why in 2022 and what are they aiming to achieve with this? We all know that N. Chandrasekhar, he is the one who is credited with taking Tata consultancy services to new heights, that is TCS, and he joined Tata Sons as a chairman in 2017, and now he is the one who had this super app idea and he is the one leading Tata Digital with the super app as well. So his logic was that Tata builds everything that a customer in India needs. So you have watches through Titan, you have groceries through Big Basket, you have mutual funds, you have insurance, you have everything that a person needs, including Tata Motors and even AirAsia and Air India as well. So he was like, it is a low effort thing to bring all of these together. They have the tech power as well. They have a tech team who can easily build an app which can bring all of these services together. So why not do it? So the common logic behind a super app is, if a user comes into the app and he sees all these services being provided, if there is an ease of use to these services, he'll continue to stay in this super app. So if a customer comes into the Tata Neu app to buy a Titan watch, he might as well stay there to buy a Tata mutual fund, right? So that is the logic behind a super app. It is to keep customers logged into the ecosystem. So one great example that we can take here is Apple. If you know Apple users, if someone has bought an iPhone, they're more likely to buy an iPad, right? Or they may be more likely to buy an Apple Watch or even a MacBook for that matter. So Apple has done this in the hardware space. Now Tata is trying to do this in the services and product space. So Tata is trying to create a marketplace for Tata products. So it will bring up hidden gems in the Tata companies as well. So we probably know about a few top companies in Tata. There are many other companies. Have you heard about Tata Click? Tata Chroma? Probably this is not as famous as Flipkart or Amazon, right? So with the super app, they can bring up these hidden services, which are good services. They can bring it up so that more people start using it. So in the future, you and I, we may be able to buy a Tata Motors car in that, or even a Jaguar Land Rover car in the Tata Neu app. We never know what's going to be the future ahead. So the one thing that they have working for them in a super app is they just have to advertise for the super app. If a user comes into the super app seeing an advertisement, automatically he'll be redirected to all products and services from the Tata group, and they can easily buy products and they'll generate a lot of revenue from this. So imagine, with all the data that you're giving them, Tata knows that you're taking an Air Asia flight to Mumbai next week. So they can sell you a hotel at Mumbai with Indian hotels, right? So imagine the upselling that they can do with a single customer. And obviously, unlike other apps, right, where there are reward points, you get reward points everywhere nowadays, right? Imagine you bought a laptop on Tata Chroma and you got some new coins as a reward. So this new coins in the Tata Neu app, you can use it to purchase a Starbucks coffee, right? Or even if you're taking the next flight out to some other random city, you can use these new coins to get a discount on this flight. So as a consumer, imagine if you have to choose between Indigo Airlines and AirAsia. You have reward coins waiting for you in the Tata Neu app. So won't you be automatically redirected to the Tata Neu app? Because you have reward points waiting for you there, and you can claim that to get a discount on your flight. So automatically you will be forced, or you will be incentivized to use more and more Tata products. Now we have looked at the global comparisons for the Tata Neu app, and we have looked at how the Tata Neu app can boost sales for all of Tata's products. Now let's look at some local competitors. What are the other competing apps that Tata Neu has to win you as a customer over? So obviously the comparison will be between Tata Neu, Paytm, and Reliance's Jio services, and Amazon for that matter. So let's look at the strengths of all these companies first, and let's start with Tata Neu. So Tata, they have all these products and services in their own label, under their own brand. So they will be able to curate prices. They'll be able to give you great discounts because they are the ones handling all their own services. And obviously there's a brand trust for Tata as well. Now let's look into the other competitor, that is Paytm, right? Paytm is not known to be a super app as such. They don't call themselves as a super app, but they have all the qualities of a super app. Even inside Paytm, you have Paytm Mall for shopping, you have recharges, you have bill payments and whatnot. You can buy insurance. Even Paytm Money offers trading services for stock market participants like you and me. And their 15 crore monthly active users, that is their strength. But we'll talk about how Paytm did not do that well in the super app space in the weaknesses section. Now let's talk about Jio, right? Jio has 45 crore subscribers to their telecom services in India. So imagine if they can sell products and services to these 45 crore subscribers. That is exactly what Reliance is planning to do, and they will be a major competitor going forward. And now we have Amazon. So Amazon, they're currently focusing on e-commerce and entertainment. As you may know, Amazon Prime offers you videos, music, movies and whatnot, right? Even free shipping for that matter in their e-commerce platform. So they are a major competitor to Tata Neu as well. Now let's look into the weaknesses of all these apps separately. So the first thing about Tata Neu, we know that Tata has multiple services under their belt, but we know that they are not leaders in these spaces. Let's look at Tata Click and Tata Chroma for that matter. Do you have any brand recall when I talk to you about Tata Click? But when I tell you about a Myntra, right, which is a competing fashion platform, you'll probably know about Myntra more than you do about Tata Click. So the same goes for other Tata products as well. They are mostly not brand leaders, or in their respective categories, they are not leaders. And inside a super app, the major issue that a company faces, a super app company would face, if you and I, we have an issue with a single product that we purchase through the super app, if we did not like it, then we might as well uninstall the app and go, right? So if all their services are not up to the top mark, we may not use the app at all as consumers in India, right? So that is an issue that Tata has to deal with. They have to improve the quality of their services. Now let's talk about Paytm, and their major strength is the 15 crore monthly active users. But they have not been able to convert all these monthly active users into users of all their products, because their first issue that they faced, Paytm had Paytm wallet services which exploded. Everyone in India wanted to use a Paytm wallet, but that's when Indian government introduced a revolutionary Unified Payments Interface, or the UPI. So this was a huge blow to Paytm, and this saw a lot of people migrating to other apps for payment services, and they lost out on a big opportunity which could have made them India's biggest super app. Now let's look into the disadvantage of Jio, right? You may guess, you may think, what is the disadvantage that Jio has now? The only disadvantage that Reliance Jio has right now is they have not yet developed or release their super app, but it is surely coming in a few months, and it will be a disruptor in the e-commerce space in India as well. So we know that Reliance has just last year, they have acquired Just Dial, who aspired to be a super app themselves, and this will be helping them tremendously in this journey. Now the next one, which is Amazon. Amazon currently is very focused on their e-commerce and entertainment platforms. They do not have necessary or too many services surrounding this to make them a super app. Now, you may have the question, Ajay, isn't this the right way? Let them stay focused, right? But for the sake of this video, we are discussing about super apps which have everything under their belt, and Amazon does not have them currently. They are trying to partner with different services and offer it, but they do not have complete control over this experience. So currently they are struggling a bit in becoming a super app, but they're doing well in what they're doing. Now let's get to the conclusions of this video. So the first issue that Tata Neu is going to face is that this is an unproved model. Yes, there have been super apps in India, including Paytm, but none of them have been successful. Paytm, Just Dial, and there are many examples. They have not been successful in India till now. And the business structure, it is highly competitive in India, and we know that Tata will face competition from other super apps as well as local apps. If you and I, if we don't like the service that Tata Neu offers, we would not hesitate to go into another service, right? We will not stick on to Tata Neu app. If the services are bad, we'll go for an Indigo flight, we'll go for some other service. It is not an issue for Indian consumers that we have to stick with only a single brand. And as I said earlier, all services of Tata Neu should go well. Not only should their Titan go well, their Big Basket should go well, their 1mg should go well. Otherwise, if a user finds an issue with one of their services, they might just uninstall the app and leave. So you can imagine what sort of issues this will pose for the company, right? Because if a single customer leaves, you are having a potential customer who was going to subscribe to all your services. That person is leaving at once, right? So that will be a big issue for this super app model and for Tata Neu in the coming years. And importantly, Indians do not want cheap products. We do not want the cheapest product. Just look at Tata Nano. It was offered at rupees 1 lakh, right? It was a huge flop because Indians did not want the cheapest car. They wanted the car with the most value for money, and that's why Maruti won in the market. So whatever app comes in the end, let it be Tata Neu, let it be Flipkart, let it be Reliance's Jio Super App, we as Indians, we want value for money. We want the best possible product at the lowest possible price. And the one who can give this service will be the one who will be winning in the super app race. So which of these 4 companies will you be investing in? Will it be Reliance, Tata Neu, Amazon, or even Paytm for that matter? Let us know in the comments down below. Who do you think will win in this race for the super app of India? Now, as stock market participants, let's look at how we can make use of this current situation, invest in these opportunities, right? So, the first thing that I want to tell you is that these are risky concepts. Super apps in India have not been proven to work, and so we have to put in only those money or only that money which we can afford to lose, we can afford to put in such risky positions. So, when we are looking into Reliance, you can either invest into Reliance directly through the stock market or in Reliance Retail through the lead off platform that I have linked below. And Tata Neu does not come under any listed company. It is owned by Tata Digital, which is not a listed company. But we know that if Tata Neu does well, all Tata products inside the app, they will also do well. So you can invest in those companies, including Titan for that matter. You can invest in Paytm shares right now as well. Do you want a deep dive video about the Paytm story? Let us know in the comments below about that as well. So if you like this video, hit a like, get subscribed, and watch out for more interesting content from our team. So this is Ajay signing off. See you all in another video.